proceeded to denounce those or reject those as untrue. So I think we have a clip from David Pakman responding to you that I just want to show, a short clip.
I don't think it's a dinky. No, it's not a dinky. Also, it would have a label on it. It's just a Jackson.
He prays for them. independent opinion on subject matters. Why are you taking money from a group, even if they're not pro-Russia, even if it was just a regular, homegrown American political group? In the Gaza Strip. For Hamas. As a mechanism of having additional leverage over prisoners of war, basically, as a mechanism of leverage over the Israeli government in the ongoing back and forth, where the Israeli government clearly does not want to abide by the standards set forth that are totally reasonable by the resistance forces. Israeli media: Hamas fighters spotted our forces with night scopes, and the army is deploying more troops amid violent clashes. The death toll is rising. Many of the injuries are described as serious/critical. Confirmation that one of the rescue forces was targeted by the Al-Qassam Brigade fighters. Occupational media: several Zionist soldiers killed in a large ambush in the Al Zaytun neighborhood east of Gaza City. The first event occurred in Al Zaytun neighborhood, the second in Al Sabra neighborhood, the third in east of Hamad in Khan Yunis. Lots of reports indicating that the Al-Qassam brigades attempted to capture prisoners, and Israel is still implementing Hannibal. Additionally, some people claim a search operation is still ongoing. Oh, shit. So they fucking... Oh, damn. So Israel is full tilt blowing up their own soldiers as opposed to allowing them to become prisoners of war in the hands of Hamas. Okay. Platform for settlers. The army is searching for 4 soldiers who went missing in the Zaytun neighborhood south of Gaza City. This is from Quds. Loss of 4 soldiers in Gaza, says Al-Aqsa TV. Hebrew sources say an extremely severe incident, one of the most significant since October 7, says Quds. Yeah. This is from Mint Press. Breaking: a third ambush on Israeli forces in northern Gaza. Israeli soldiers dead and wounded. Hebrew media is talking about the triggering of the Hannibal Directive, meaning attempts to capture the soldiers. They have, for the last couple of weeks, Al-Qassam brigades and Palestinian resistance forces, specifically their special forces, because they have a command structure, they have special forces, have actually targeted occupational forces and their positions all around the Strip, specifically in North Gaza and central Gaza, where they are not only targeting them to try and, kill the occupational forces, but targeting them specifically with the goal of extraction. They want to take more prisoners of war. If you recall, I showed you guys a video a while back, like maybe from a couple weeks prior, where they straight up had stretchers, where they were like going to take prisoners of war that they had wounded, and they failed to do so. So they are still very much alive and kicking and resisting against Israel's genocidal occupational force. It is pretty crazy that, like, you sign up for the Israeli military and you're like, my government will fucking kill me if I'm caught. And you're like, I still want to kill so many Palestinians. Like, I want to kill them so bad. I want to kill Palestinians so bad that I'm going to sign up to a military force that will actively shoot and kill me if I'm caught.
Hello, John. Yeah, I had to go help somebody with an extension ladder real quick, but I'm back. What? Yeah, but I don't know where it's at. I don't know what he's talking about.
This morning, Major General Raul Buran, commander of the Special Forces Brigade 401, fell in an ambush in northern Gaza. Leadership continues to send soldiers to dangerous areas. Targeted this church was because he was a part of this school, this part of the congregation as well. So fucking Fox News. Read why you are wrong rather than assuming. Dude, he had killed Donald Trump on the magazine. What are you talking about? He also had fucking 6 million Jews wearing a magazine. And you know what he had on his fucking... fucking Nazis. Trans people can be Nazis too.
Hello, excellent. How are you? I'm doing good. Lamb of God's kind of a difficult request. I used to know how to play a Lamb of God song, but that was a long time ago.
Most loyal servants are no longer reflective of the poor white supremacist
The closest thing I can get to Lamb of God right now is probably Death. If you like the band Death. I totally forgot how it goes. Well, the thing about a band like Lamb of God is that you have to constantly practice. You know, because I don't know, their way of writing music is kind of unconventional. So it's like you have to remember how the riffs go, and it's been a long time. Ghost is a good band. I'll tell you what though. If you give me a Ghost song, I'll try to play it. Ghost seems like it's a little bit more conventional than Lamb of God. Lamb of God's kind of like crazy.
Just an incredibly powerful statement. Jesse
Oh, Death. Never heard of Death? Chuck Schuldiner? Square Hammer? Alright. I really haven't kept up with Ghost since like the first album. Every time I hear the new stuff, it sounds pretty good, but alright.
And in total, 15 children were injured, with at least 9 still in the hospital and 1 that remains in critical condition. The parents of these victims continue to look for some form of answers, but police say one close family member to the shooter is leaving everyone in the dark. Hello, everyone.
themselves, but it doesn't matter. They won't stop themselves from advancing this fucking statement. And then say that, like,
That's the best as I could do without knowing the song. You know. That's a pretty cool little. I like that lick though. I don't know. I don't really promote myself too much. You know, there's another streamer that says I should do like vertical videos and do shorts or something. But I have thought about doing that. I just haven't done it yet. I do have a list of some songs that I know the most, and I'll post it.
So there is some sense of empathy that I feel. That being said, if there were signs that were missed, I'm sure she's probably thinking about this all the time. If she should have known something or did know something, we need to know. I do think it's important for her to cooperate with law enforcement. She doesn't have to talk to us in the media. I understand that. But law enforcement, she should cooperate with. Because if she's distraught, which I'm sure she is, I think she owes this to herself and especially to the families of the victims of her son to help law enforcement to the greatest extent possible.
Deep Purple. Yeah, I know some Deep Purple. I know some Rainbow, too. But since she specifically requested for Deep Purple. Okay.
Obfuscating her willingness to cooperate so that everyone in our collective grief over this can, yes, learn something to prevent it from ever happening again.
There have been a number of parents in the course of these similar tragedies, mass shootings, that have been prosecuted in the wake of them. But there have also been parents who've been charged after their adults. There were several examples. The father of the Nashville Waffle House shooting, that individual that committed the shooting was 29 years old at the time of the shooting at the Waffle House. The father of
she's
It wasn't a perfect landing, but oh well.
her own son, right? Like, I can see that being the spin here. But if they fucking find out that she's just like a regular Catholic kind of conservative person, then they'll defend her. It's sad that this has no bearing. Like the conversation that we're having is not rooted within reality. It's not rooted within like what the active attempts that this parent made, and simply how. Service is supposed to go on for. I know like presidents get a lifetime. I don't think that VPs get lifetime. I think there's a limit to it.
Harris's protective detail for an additional year on top of the 6 months she's required to have by law. Now the president's saying they can terminate that effective September 1st. How significant?
Significant. The vice president.
No, I'm not in a band. I haven't played in a band in a long time. I played in a band before. We were the neighborhood band. You know, we played a lot of parties. We tried to get some gigs. I don't know, but either somebody was out of state, you know. But we did play. I mean, we all worked together. We all worked the same job, and so we all had the same time schedule, you know. But no, I do not play in a band right now. But I used to a long time ago.
The former vice president says simply that Harris is grateful to the U.S. Secret Service for their professionalism, dedication, and unwavering commitment.
Look up on the
Yeah, you get to see me today. I don't know. I don't know. It's just whatever I feel like. Sometimes I feel like I don't know. It's just I want people to see the guitar. I should just get right in and play that song. Alright, well, you know how it is. Yeah, got anything you want to hear, let me know. But I'll play this song right here, though. Hold on, I gotta take a phone call real quick.
Shit that you see bad guys push for in dystopias in movies. The tech bro takeover of the U.S. continues while the CDC employees clap out their principal leaders who resigned. Trump swears in a 2-decade period. Hunters. Thiel's Palantir already has all your data. He controls your vice president. Now he controls your public health, too. No one is even trying to hide the Thiel takeover anymore. Jim O'Neill's been a key Thiel lieutenant for nearly 20 years. He ran the Thiel Foundation, Thiel's Clarium Capital, and Mithril Capital, the one that employed J.D. Vance, by the way, Mithril Capital. Jim O'Neill is not just a Thiel lieutenant. He's a true acolyte, pushing all Peter's fruitcake ideas, building government-free floating cities, achieving eternal life, getting kids to drop out of college. And he says drug safety testing is for wimps. The new head of the CDC is not a...
Smell like a sound. I'm lost in a crowd.
compensate them.
It's fun. It's easy to play. That's all I gotta say.
Libertarians are so terrified.
I should probably turn myself up a little bit.
Power. They are shockingly inhumane. Advocating for the Rothbardian night of a marketplace for organs. Okay. I don't think we need to
Look at all the lonely people. Look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near. Look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people. Where do they all go from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Look at all the lonely people. Look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved. All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
who is telling them you're going to eat the bugs, you're going to like it, you will own nothing, we will do mass surveillance around the clock with AI, like, you know, with Israeli-backed AI, and if you God
celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come.
I was totally like losing, totally lost with what scale I was in. Oh, thanks, Juju. Didn't I make you a mod? I think I did. I should have made. I should have made all you guys a mod by now. Or take it to the limit. Somebody also asked me, said something about Black Sabbath.
Okay, so the account was set.
All right, how about if I play? I'll play Push It to the Limit, and then I'll play some Black Sabbath. How's that?
Who cares? You can pay off some medical malpractice suits in the process, but ultimately, it's good for That's right. That's great. That's good. That's a good thing. It's a free market. Big bro. Yep. Believing that less regulatory protection would not harm patients, but rather allow innovation. He has blamed suffering under the current
Push it to the limit. Walk along the razor's edge. Don't look down, just keep your head or you're finished.
when all else fails, just know that Susan Collins is going to say that she is extremely alarmed, or
No, I do know. I do know some Sabbath. I can play some Sabbath.
whatever the Trump administration is doing. Now, what are you stupid? She already said the thing. Say the fucking amazing. He joined the board of directors of Advantage Therapeutics in 2023, a pharmaceutical company developing treatments for neurodegenerative conditions. His former firm, Mithril Capital, invests in various healthcare ventures. Other alarming and extremist projects. O'Neill has served on the board of an organization that seeks to set up floating cities. I shouldn't be laughing because, like, these guys literally don't need a floating
can we also see
I'm not gonna play that whole song, but that's a band called Solitary Saber. Pretty good.
that he has said a lot about? I have no idea.
Favorite guitar. Sorry if there's too much noise in the background, but favorite guitar is has always been Jackson. I have a Fender. I had like a Epiphone. I have an Epiphone Gibson. A generic one hanging on the wall right there. But Jackson has always been my favorite. Jackson for life. Now this Jackson right here. At the time, I bought the cheapest Jackson available. This is not like the Pro, whatever it's called. Rick has it. He's got the upgrade one. But I like this Jackson. There was a Jackson I had years ago that was my favorite guitar of all time, but I let some. I don't want to talk about it. Somebody basically stole it from me. King Diamond. I don't know any King. Okay, I don't know any King Diamond. Andy LaRocque in King Diamond has played in the band Death I was talking about earlier. Remember we were talking about that band Death? Andy LaRocque, the guitar player from King Diamond, actually did an album with Death. And I don't know. It sounds like there's something I gotta adjust again. Yeah, Solitary Saber sounds like King Diamond, yes. There's actually been a lot, like a handful of bands have been coming out lately that sound like King Diamond. There's a band called Attic.
To watch, and he said because those chickens have the superior genetics, and then 1 minute later he said that the president also has superior genetics.
Goes back on the foodborne illnesses surveillance program. CC's FoodNet program has requires surveillance from 8 foodborne pathogens to a move.
I'm gonna have to stop that one over. Plus that's gotta be turned up all the way. The audio's got to be balanced for me, or else it throws me off.
wanted to sell the computer product, and that's the reason why he just made up a bunch of
All right, let's try it again.
MMR would actually give people autism.
has recovered one body. That is Elan Weiss. He was killed on October.
Well, what happened, dude? How'd you hurt your back? Yeah, I'll probably go with Scotty and Jason tomorrow. Oh man, that reminds me, I still gotta.
Further evidence that the most effective method
Dang. Oh man. I don't know. I might be able to get a ride out there, dude. I might be able to. I'll let you know a little bit later.
a couple hours ago. We don't know the total casualty numbers yet, but many extractions took place, medical evacs from helicopters that were shot at too. We don't know the total number, but the Israeli
In the shadows on the dark side, beneath the skies of crimson doom, in the streets I hear the wind cry. Evil sings the devil's tune. I know he's a play for mercy, and God hear us on this day. For in the acid rain our bones will lay. Oh, ride for a world that's torn. Ride for the child unborn. For it's the sign of that crimson storm. A desperate people in the city, foolish games of greed and wealth. On themselves they have no pity. They are victims of themselves. Gonna make you pay for mercy, and God hear us on this day. For in the acid rain our bones will lay. Oh, ride for a world that's torn. Ride for the child unborn. For it's the sign of the crimson storm. devils to them. I do peace and pray for mercy. God hear us on this day. Or if the acid rain upon feeling. Alright. Cry for a world that's torn. Cry for the child unborn. For it's the sign of the crimson storm. Cry for a world that's torn. Cry for the child unborn. For it's the sign of the crimson storm.
What was initially described as another body.
I think because I got my noise gate on a high, I got it on a high threshold. Yeah, I think it cuts off my sustain. I have no sustain. It just died. See, it just dies. It can't hold the note. It doesn't hold the note. That kind of sucks, huh? It don't hold the note. It doesn't has no sustain. Oh man, I don't know, dude. All I know is that Nikki's been saying that Scotty and Jason have been sick over there, and that's why Nikki hasn't been around. That's why Nikki hasn't been around over here. She's been. I had to help. You know, with whatever Nick does with Mom. You know. So they've been sick. I don't know. I don't even know Scotty and Jason are gonna play tomorrow. They've been sick. I'll ask him though. I mean, but I'll still ask him. But I'm just saying. She's an easy lover. Oh, you make homemade potato salad? Oh, that's cool. Oh man, I never tried to make potato salad, but my mom makes a pretty good potato salad that's popular with everybody. Joey doesn't have a car, dude. Joey doesn't have a car. Dang. Dang, Juji. My brother's offering you some barbecue. I have to barbecue tonight. That's why I can't stay too long. I got about a half hour to go, and then I gotta go. I'm barbecuing. I'm also barbecuing. Besides, Juji, I thought you were on the East Coast. Weren't you on the East Coast? Yeah, it's too bad. Wouldn't it be cool if we had like mass transit? If we had mass transit to anywhere we wanted to go. California is supposed to have high-speed rail, dude, but it's never gonna get done. Oh, I gotta play that again, but my guitar sounded too low. It was too low.
tunnels under an area that's 24 miles long. We're dealing with a ghoulish, fiendish organization that's not only hiding behind civilians, but is using civilians as cannon fodder. They enjoy this. This is a death cult. They say this. You have to read their stuff. We do everything we possibly can.
play this song and dance. Like, this motherfucker's not like, I am a Jewish Nazi and my son was a Jewish Nazi who died doing the Holocaust. And you got to sit there and be like, oh, fuck, man, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Thank you for
I
being
appreciate
here
that,
today.
Jake. Thank you so much.
And I hope that the war ends soon.
Like, I get it. You don't want to say that to his face. I don't know if I'd be able to muster up that statement myself either. But you don't have to have him on the broadcast, number one. And you certainly don't have to say thoughts and prayers to your fucking son. You're saying I would, but like, it's just rude. You know what I mean? It's a rude thing to do to someone. It's just like, even though you're not morally incorrect to do so, it just always feels a little weird, okay?
Waiting for the break of day, searching for something to say, flashing lights against the sky, giving up, I close my eyes, sitting cross-legged on the floor. 25 or 6 to 4. Staring blindly into space.
out Matthew Petty's article, but you can also check out True and All on Twitter. Dominate Western society.
Yeah, here's more information, and we'll get to Matthew Petty's
Israeli
article.
Prime Minister Ehud Barak sent an email to Jeffrey Epstein, which was called Re-Island Visit, and in the email, he talks about how he was trying to arrange so that about how he wants their NYPD contact information so he can probably clear it with them that they can't go to the island.
I wonder how this happened.
Man, dude, there's this one guitar player streamer. His name is Josh. His name is Josh Joshua. And man, he's really Eddie influenced, and you can tell when he's playing. He's really good. He's fantastic.
Has she ever been in contact with a Mossad operative? Oh, not voluntarily.
Oh, by the way, dude, Ken stopped by. Ken stopped by, and he wanted the extension ladder. But he was also talking about some kind of a pry bar. A pry bar? I don't think I have that here. I don't think we have that here, dude. Yeah, I just want to let you know Ken came over, but I don't know about anything about a pry bar, yellow pry bar.
Epstein having consistent back and forth communication with Ehud Barak. This guy's also sorting through the files.
Yeah, I didn't find out Eddie. I didn't find out until late that was Eddie in Michael Jackson's song. I didn't know that at first.
Carol videos, please. Okay. Like, even at best, he is not a reliable narrator. Oh, wait.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I was happy to see Ken. I was happy to see Ken. You know. All right. I was glad he stopped by though.
Push back against Tucker Carlson's theory that Ehud Barak was Epstein's intelligence handler. Whatever Epstein was up to before his emails with Barak, read line from someone on the outside of that world trying to get back in. What if we like got you consume on your own is not sense. He said my food outside chat. No, I said his food is outside, but he hasn't even made the active attempt to go and extract it, so it's gonna get
Where did I
represented him in these business negotiations.
Thanks for hanging out, guys, but I gotta go. I gotta go do something. I feel like there's more songs I want to play, you know, but I gotta go. I don't know. Maybe everything goes right or something, and I'll come back. I'll come back and I'll play again like later on tonight or something. But as for right now, I gotta go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate it. Come back next time. If there's ever a song you want to hear, anything you want me to play, you know. Look, I already know. I'm not like a great guitar player, you know, but I can have fun, you know, playing anything. So, all right, you guys. I'll see you later, dude. Peace.